Bonjour! Today we are in Eymet, a little French village, and we're going to go and have a look around the town here. And the first place we're going to is the Chateau, which is French for castle, Eymet. And this one does look like a castle. It's actually got a keep. So we've got the castle keep there. A tower there. You can see, almost see Rapunzel letting down her hair from that tower. And they have the archway. I don't have a moat, but let's go and have a look and see what else we've got. Ooh, and inside the gate we have a lovely place, yes. You can definitely see a damsel hanging out in that building. Darling, what have you found?
I found a chapel.
A what?
A chapel.
I can't hear you when you're speaking to the door.
I found a chapel.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look at the chapel. It's an amazing door, but it's a little bit dark, so we can't see very much. And like all good castles or chateaus, it does have a wall, but I'm not sure that the wall is quite big enough to keep too many invading troops out. But a wall nonetheless. Unfortunately, like pretty much everywhere we've been in France, it's not actually open. It is a place that is generally open for tourists like us, but I believe that coming in the winter is not recommended if you want to actually go inside and see things. Now, I don't rightly know what that sign means, except that it appears to have dates, 1220 to 1271. That's quite believable for a castle. It's a pretty good condition, and then you can see parts that are probably in original condition, as in not restored. And then we have a stairway there that goes up to that particular part, and passage interdit. I know interdit in that sign means forbidden, and passage obviously means that's the way to go, but you can't go there because it's forbidden. Yeah, so this is the passageway in or out of the chateau. Wonder how many people have been through this passageway over the years. And I wonder how long ago they built the playground and the park. But yeah, it's quite a beautiful building. And Elaine is talking to me to tell me, what is it you're telling me on the video, darling?
I'm telling you that according to Google Maps, they're supposed to be open from 8:30 a.m. till 12 p.m. and then we open again from 1:30 p.m. till 5 p.m.
And what's the time today? What's the time now?
Well, right now it's 10 to 12.
So are we in that window?
We are.
All right,
Definitely
now
are.
I think from experience that French opening times are just a rough guide. I think it's a case of you go to work when you wake up in the morning, if you don't have a bottle of wine, and if you don't have something better to do, or if you're feeling a little bit tired, then you go to work.
The other thing is, today is a Christmas Eve, and as they all say, Christmas Eve hours may affect the opening hours.
All right,
Christmas Eve may affect the opening
however,
hours.
all those other not Christmas Eve places we've been, they've been open when you think they would be?
That's very true.
Yes, okay. So I'm going with my theory that it's all to do with the availability of wine and whether you had a good night's sleep last night as to whether something is open. And I think that would be our postcard shot of the wonderful chateau. How's that for a cute post office? Don't know how old that building is, but it wasn't built yesterday. It's got posts and telegrams, so yeah, it's got some sort of age to it. We've got an ancient church spire in the background, and of course the chateau or castle behind it. And over here we have one of the cute little streets of Eymet. And over here is Space Culturel with Gladiator 2 movie poster up. I don't know if that's really a Hollywood movie or I don't know what the story is. I never knew there was a Gladiator 2, but there's a poster. And I better start chasing Elena. She's off. As Elena mentioned, it's Christmas Eve. There's a little bit of Christmas spirit at the front of the magnificent church. And it's a very quaint little village, just like all rural French villages are. You've got a mural up there, a little bit of kissing going on. You got an Italian restaurant here, eh? So like always, almost everything feels closed. Most things are always closed, it seems, in France. But and the things that are open, I guess, don't have too many people at them because I guess you just wouldn't expect anything to be open. But now is the lunch times, and people do tend to close up everything for lunchtime anyway. And we've got the town square. Got a medieval feel. This car here is taking centre stage. She might eventually get in the gear. Yeah, so it's a pizzeria ristorante. A little bit of Italian in provincial France. Provincial France. Eymet. And over on this side we have buildings that if they were in England we'd be calling them Tudor style, but of course the Tudor style is named after the royal family at the time in England, the Tudors. So, and as this is France, I'm pretty certain they wouldn't be calling these buildings Tudor style because they wouldn't have any link to the English royal family. So, but they would have been built at the same time, I imagine, and that would be in the 1600s, 1600s. And I'd say the French have a different name for them though. Oh, the lovely little streets, all cobblestoned. Pity about the cars. If it wasn't for the cars, you can imagine yourself being back in time, because other than the vehicles, very little has changed. for centuries. Here I am chasing Elena again up the little alleys. Oh, you've seen everything? Now you've okay, so we can actually move on to the next chateau somewhere. Alright, let's go and find a chateau. Pity that antique shop wasn't open. There's some awesome stuff in there. We were on our way chateau hunting when Elena made me stop as we came through another village. And the reason she made me stop is because of this church of Saint Germain, which is an 11th century church. It's a bit dark inside, couldn't really film inside, but it's a pretty old church. And that's another pretty cute French village. And we have arrived in Duras. And the reason we've come to Duras is Château de Duras. And it looks like it's a pretty spectacular chateau. However, like everything else in France, it's closed. And here is the chateau, which looks like a magnificent building. I'd really love to go in there and have a look. But there you go, there's the ticket office right there, the one where the shutter's closed. It's got a boutique, ticket office, gift shop. Yeah, it's up on the hill, it's got beautiful views. Lots of traffic. Lots of very noisy traffic. Right here, the town of Duras. Beautiful little place, like all the others. In rural France, the place is just beautiful. And attached to the chateau, which surprisingly is open, is the WC, the public WC. Now, when I come to France, I really fully expected to find a lot of bidets. And to be quite honest, I've been here for a couple of months now. I am yet to see a bidet in France. So you can imagine the surprise that I felt when I discovered this. Yes, that's your Chateau de Duras public toilet, an Asian toilet in France. There's another toilet too, without a seat, but yeah, quite posh. But at least there wasn't a babushka there asking for 10 soms so you can stand in the Asian toilet. And if we could have gotten past those gates, we would have seen quite the amazing building. The Chateau de Duras is definitely spectacular, even through the slatted gates that prevent you from seeing it. And yes, as I was saying, Duras is quite a cute place, filled with tiny little streets, houses on either side, a plethora of restaurants, and cute little stores, plenty of places to get a haircut, plenty of places to pay $3 or €3.30 for a can of Coca-Cola. Oh, some lovely public spaces. Lots of little streets. Just go on and on. Bar, restaurant, pizzeria. You can see this is definitely a historical town. Fortunately, at this time of year, pretty much closed. There were a couple of shops open. Saw a gentleman in there getting his hair cut before on Christmas Eve. There's a bell tower, an archway walking through here. Bonjour, sir. People come outside, have a cigarette, saying bonjour as you walk past. And lovely park areas. Really is lovely. Some beautiful houses up on the hill. Out there in the distance is wine country. Help us grow, like, share and subscribe. And this street here is called Place de la Résistance, which I imagine is connected with the resistance during World War II. Of course, all of France was occupied by the Germans, and from all accounts, the poor French suffered greatly at their hands. But their beautiful little villages remain. There's the town well. Doesn't have a rope or a bucket attached to it at the moment. They must have discovered another way to get water. And that, believe it or not, is a police car. Gendarmerie. They're actually a branch of the military, but just think of them as the national police. There are local police as well, but the gendarmerie are the ones that don't mess about. Okay, so a little bit disappointing that the chateau wasn't open, because it does look spectacular. It looks like it'd be worth going to see. But I've enjoyed walking around, having a little look at the Duras. It's a cute little town. Like all the French towns, I know I keep saying that, they are all cute. But anyway, it's time for us to move on to our next chateau.
Adventure.
Yeah, we'll find another. We'll find a chateau. It may not be today. We might have to wait until after Christmas, but we will find a chateau that we can.
Find one.
We will find one we can get into. I really want to get into one. Eh? Yeah, let's do it.